And severely disabled doesn't mean that you need to fall down, break your leg. Don't need, You can be critically ill, you can have lung cancer, and you cannot do any of these three activities of daily living. Sometimes, the amount, I can tell you the amount of money that you spend is quite a bit.
As employee, we are covered by organization group in medical insurance. Am I right to say that we only need to sign up for more medical insurance only if we feel that the medical insurance for a company is not enough?
Yeah, so don't depend on your organization insurance because if you leave the organization, then you're no longer covered. And if your health change, you cannot buy a new one. So I'll say treat your organization insurance as a bonus. Yeah, don't depend on it because one day you're going to retire, one day you may resign, and if your health change, then you can't buy anymore.
From Instagram, hi Chris, can you talk about ElderShield to about ElderShield to Wapiang? From ElderShield to CareShield, what about it? I had ElderShield and received an email that you will change to CareShield. I have no idea what is it bad. I also don't know what is that.
Yeah, so ElderShield, okay, is the older severe disability plan, right? And in the past, ElderShield is only given to you, or they invite you to participate in ElderShield when you are 40 years old, right? Now, in the event of a severe disability, defined as if you cannot perform 3 out of 6 of the activities of daily living, depend on whether you are ElderShield 300 or ElderShield 400, right? They pay an amount for about 5 to 6 years. The older one pay for 5 years, 300 per month for 5 years, and the newer one $400 for 6 years, right? And obviously that is not enough. So the government, MOH, came up with an upgraded version called CareShield Life, right? So CareShield Life, the payout is more. It started at about $600. Now I think it's just slightly above 600, right? And they are now offering it to people who are 30 years old, right? So if a person hits 30, automatically this person gets CareShield Life. Last time for us, ElderShield, 40, they invite. We can still say we don't want. Now, for those, if I remember correctly, born between 1970 to 1979, this year when you reach your I don't know which birthday, but they automatically invite you to cross over to CareShield Life. It just means better coverage, but of course the premium is slightly higher, right? Now, automatically crossover means, well, your ElderShield is terminated, you're on CareShield Life, but if you really want your ElderShield, you can actually sort of like reverse it, right? The message that you receive from the SMS will tell you how you can reverse that decision. But I'll say CareShield Life definitely covers you more. And if you can afford it, which is not too expensive, your MediSave should be able to pay the premiums, I'll say stick to CareShield Life.
For those who have born before 1970 and not invited to join CareShield, do you think these people should switch?
Well, and this is just my personal opinion, I feel you should, because the old ElderShield plan, really the coverage is insufficient, right? The amount that it pays is $300-400 and it only lasts for 5 years. It's insufficient. CareShield Life pays for as long as you are severely disabled. When you are severely disabled, and just recently I experienced it in my family, my father-in-law is like severely disabled, and severely disabled doesn't mean that you need to fall down, break your leg. Don't need, You can be critically ill, you can have lung cancer, and you cannot do any of these 3 activities of daily living. Sometimes, the amount, I can tell you the amount of money that you spend is quite a bit. Sometimes you have to engage a caregiver, you buy all those diapers, can be very expensive, right? And if you have got, oxygen concentrator, very expensive. I think ElderShield Life is a bit, ElderShield is a bit dated. So I will encourage you to convert to CareShield Life. Of course, the premium is a bit more than ElderShield, but it is still affordable and you can use your MediSave to pay the premiums.